All right, guys, we're gonna go into a little bit of game history, take you guys back to the good old days, and on this, the last good old days, you know, before I take a little break, I wanted to talk about you know, I wanted to get seasonal, I wanted to get in the holiday spirit, and the thing is, I thought there's no way, right? There's no tie-in here, not at all. I can't do it. But I hadn't looked at the list of games, and I thought it was late. I hadn't prepared anything, you know. I look at the list of games, and this list is full of Christmas titles. So, all right, 27 years ago, 1996 in Japan, right? Either Christmas or Christmas adjacent. This game is called God. Apparently it's G-O-D. You can see the periods. They're sort of in the middle there. I was not familiar with this title, and I don't think that it got an American release. I saw some Super NES box art, but it looked bootleg, and I was in a hurry. So yeah, a lot of these games, it was more just like, whoa, once I saw the connections, you know? So, yeah, G-O-D, growth or devolution, heed the call to awaken. And, I mean, right there, it's pretty obvious that this is something to do with, I don't know, Christmas, story of Jesus Christ. We'll be getting a little bit deeper into that, of course. You know, and again, there's no official religion on this channel. Parvination takes everybody, and we typically stick to the games, but the games are adjacent to life, and it's gonna come up. So let's dip in. It is the season, you know. So yeah, right. 27 years ago, 1996, God. Check it out. 27 years ago, also same day, a Saturn game, which this kind of blows my mind again. A Saturn game and a Super Famicom game coming out on the same day. It makes sense, but it's still kind of... part of it is just, it's fun. It's interesting, you know, those two systems coexisting. And Saturn being actually more popular than I think even the 64 in Japan. But yeah, 27 years ago, for Sega Saturn, Shining the Holy Ark came out. Cool Mountain, you gonna do your, you gonna start over? Oh no. Oh God. Come on, I need you. I need you. Let's go. Let's get you to, oh my God, I need my cold mountain, guys. Cool Mountain. It says loop. That's a terrible loop.
He sits on his ass all day, smoking dope and jerking off while he plays that fucking game.
Didn't I grab the like 30-minute version of this? What is going on? Anyway, Shining the Holy Ark. Obviously there's there's a connection here, right? The Christmas connection once again. Some kind of Christmas game. I've never played this one. I don't know if anybody else is familiar with it. But and I looked this up because I had to brush up a little bit on the story, and I did find that the Catechism of the Catholic Church teaches that Mary is the metaphorical version of the Ark, because baby Jesus, you know, who I guess is, you know, God's human. Or God's himself in human form, sent down to earth, you know, since she carried him. Let me step out of the light here. Yeah, according to my notes here, it says, yeah, that made her like the metaphorical version of the Ark, because the baby and therefore God resided inside of her. So it basically meant that she became in some interpretations, the holiest of holies. So yeah, Shining the Holy Ark. again, this is kind of crazy. All these games. Let me get you a date for this one. Oh yeah, once again, same day, 27 years ago. Yeah. Fast forwarding a bit to Cave Story, and we're in 2004, 19 years ago. Happy birthday to Cave Story. And yeah, I don't know a whole lot about this title, but coming out same day as these others, you got to assume we're talking about the tomb that Jesus went into, or was put into, the borrowed tomb, according to the story. Was put into a borrowed tomb. The other interpretations and religions, it's a whole different thing, you know. The lore is deep, and there's different universes to it. It's crazy. But yeah, to my understanding, there was a borrowed tomb. Some believe there was a borrowed tomb that he was put into, and yeah, virtually a cave, like just, you know, inside a rock formation or something. So Cave Story, obviously honoring that, a little retelling of the story, like its own gospel. So yeah, we've got Cave Story, 19 years ago. Yeah, it is right. Right. Totally. That's the thing. You know, if you can pull off the resurrection in 3 days, you save a ton of money. You don't need to go in and buy one. You know, we're talking lease, rent even better if you can. And yeah. Thank you, Cool Mountain. How about one more? All right, come on, guys. Let's hear it for Cool Mountain. Let's get an encore. All right. What do you think, Cool? Okay, all right. Thank you. I told it to loop. 1 second. Let's try something. Maybe now it will loop. Hopefully. All right. Coming up next, we've got this one here. 11 years ago, 2012. And I couldn't read this title, sadly, but I recognized the franchise. And although this one came out in 2012, excuse me, the English version came out a little bit later, 2013 in the US, a few months later. I think it was like late February. Fist of the North Star, Ken's Rage 2. Wasn't familiar with this game. It looks very Tekken, doesn't it? It does look very Tekken. And a very sick cover, too. I mean, he's just... I don't know if this is all just electricity or if this is like a shirt that he's blown off of himself, you know, and his like, as he's just raging out. But sick cover. A lot of people in the background. You gotta love when they just throw everyone on the cover, right? Maximum bang for your cover buck.
The entire world.
Fist of the North Star. Now, it wasn't the North Star, but according to some iterations of the Christmas story, there was a quote star. The New Testament refers to it, I believe, as a star in the sky that three wise men from Babylon ended up following all the way to Jerusalem. And they're like, "Hey, what's up? Where's the guy? Where's the one that's been prophesied?" And or yeah, where is he? And yeah, they're directed over to Bethlehem. And said, yeah, he's just like the prophecy said, he'll be in Bethlehem. So yeah, they followed him over there and hooked him up with some stuff off the wedding registry, a little gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Great hosts. So it wasn't the North Star, and I looked into this. This part, I will say, if I spend any time. I had to go quick. I got a pack tonight. I'm super late on everything. I love to put a little more research into it, but this one was a little light. But I got hung up a bit on this part about the what possibly was the star, if it existed. Was it a comet? They think a lot of people think not. It's interesting stuff, fascinating stuff. It wasn't the North Star, but it was a star. So yeah, thank you, and thanks, Cool Mountain, once again. Dude, I'm just not gonna fix that because we're almost done here. There's one more Christmas. It was just all these games. You dropped the Christmas game on the 20th. That seems a little late, but of course, The Walking Dead. They've got a game, and I've got to get a little closer to the screen to read all of this. It's a little tiny. But yeah, The Walking Dead. Yeah, what is it? I wrote it out. Telltale series, A New Frontier. And that came out 7 years ago, 2016. So, of course, The Walking Dead. We talked all about the tomb. I mentioned it earlier. The 3 days in the tomb. He's out, and according to the story, according to some of the tellings, after 3 days, he got up and was given a lot of speeches, and he was showing off his wounds and stuff, and then yeah, after that he was out. He went up. He was out. He was done, and that's where most of those stories end. So once again, happy birthday to The Walking Dead Telltale series. I gotta stop because I don't know. I don't know if it's being from Alabama or what, but those two words together, it's difficult because my brain, Telltale, it's like the same one pretty much. My brain wants to give you the same one twice. A Telltale series, A&F, A New Frontier. 7 years ago. Happy birthday. Check it out. I haven't played any of the games today, so that's why, I just kind of had to go fast, and there were a lot of crazy ones too, a lot of interesting stuff. But yeah, that's it for the good old days. So happy birthday to all these games, and yeah, I don't know if any of you guys have played them. You'll have to let me know what's up. But yeah, some good stuff.